Good morning, Mark Ghilarducci, the Director of the Governor's Office of Emergency Services. Let me provide some contextualness to this effort. The Governor's mentioned the challenges that we've faced with getting the PPE and the competition that had existed. What we try to do is really step back and look at this in a much more strategic way. And we really leaned on the way we actually manage major events that happen in California, like when we have wildfires or earthquakes, when we've got limited kinds of resources. We lean back on those procedures and those protocols to be able to build a more sustainable pipeline of resources coming into the state. And so really this has been an effort of building a multi-pronged approach to achieving the objective of getting to the multi-million number of masks that the governor has mentioned. Let me kind of break that down for you a little bit. The different prongs and different approaches. The first is engagement with a number of very, very powerful and very, very helpful non-governmental and community-based organizations. We've really engaged with organizations like Direct Relief, AmeriCares, the Philanthropy California, and the California Endowment, and Frontline. These are NGOs that have reached back. They have relationships in Asia. They've been doing work in different spaces, may not necessarily be exclusively PPE, but for example, in the climate adaptation and resiliency space, or in the public health and space. We've leveraged all of those partnerships and relationships to build into using their pipelines to leverage those to help us. So that has been a source of ongoing PPE, particularly masks, but it's also shields and gowns and other kinds of commodities, both in real time and in our effort to build in the out weeks and the out months additional PPE. The second prong has been through working with direct contracts. We've established a number of contracts with large vendors that have been able to provide the PPE that the governor mentioned already, 41 million masks that we've already distributed. We continue to get the commodities from companies like Bear Mountain Development and JR Resources. These are examples of some of the larger firms. We've also been able to get from our national health providers like McKesson and Cardinal some of the kind of commodities we need. And yesterday, we were able to establish an agreement with a company, California-based company called BYD America, which really has a direct reach back into China to be able to build a pipeline, a sustainable amount of monthly masks that will be coming in to assist us here in California. This is an organization that has a manufacturing capability that is specifically designed to meet this need. And this is a great partnership because it is a California-based company, and it's also one that we have been working with, again, in the area, in the climate space. The third prong that we're approaching and have been working with is closely with our partners at FEMA. And this has been in kind of three different areas. The first is that FEMA has worked hard to establish partnerships with the 6 of the nation's largest medical distributors, including McKesson and Cardinal and United Health and Owens, to be able to go to Asia and procure huge quantities of PPE. And these flights are coming into the United States now regularly. Some of them are coming into California. And as part of that effort and setting up that air bridge, and as part of the national effort to prioritize counties with high probability and or high hotspots that are occurring across the country, in the top national 100 counties, there were a number of counties that have been identified here in California for immediate supply of PPE. And I can tell you, they include Los Angeles County and Santa Clara, San Diego, Orange, Riverside, San Joaquin, San Francisco, Alameda, Sacramento, and San Mateo. And it's not just random. This is closely coordinated with where we're seeing the greatest number of cases that we have to manage. And that doesn't mean that the rest of our counties in the state are not going to get PPE. That means that as through the process of the national program, through the leveraging of these big pharmaceutical corporations, hospitals that normally procure through those particular entities will be able to get PPE that will be available, and they will use their normal process within those counties as prioritized counties. The last piece that we've been working with FEMA on is leveraging a new piece of technology. This is a technology that was manufactured by Patel, a defense contracting company in the United States. It's a technology that is designed to get on the ground and actually bring in used N95 masks and do a sterilization and cleaning process that makes them basically new again. And this is new technology that has been certified by the FDA and CDC, and it will be here in California here within the next week. This capability will have the ability to clean up to 80,000 masks per day. So what this does is that we will work a coordinated effort with our hospitals and first responders in being able to utilize the PPE that has been used that meets the criteria. We'll bring it to this center. The center will then sterilize these masks, and we'll be able to repurpose them again back in the field again. So to sort of close out, there are a number of different efforts that are happening simultaneously. These are all sustainable. They will meet our needs in the short, medium, and long term. And it is, as the governor said, it's leveraging the power of California's buying capability. It's leveraging the great relationships we have with many organizations and agencies to build the capacity that we need. And as the weeks go on, we'll provide additional updates on how all of this continues to progress. This is not a silver bullet. There are always challenges in anything that we are attempting of this scale and scope. But we believe by putting in the various checks and balances that we have and the great partnerships that we have in place, this will be successful moving forward. Thank you.